Hello everyone, welcome to Eminence IELTS Academy. This will be a brief video on Introduction to IELTS Test format. So without wasting any further time, let's begin with the video. IELTS, the International English Language Testing System, is designed to assess the language ability of people who want to study or work where English is the language of communication. IELTS is recognized and accepted by over 10,000 organizations worldwide, including universities, employers, professional bodies, immigration authorities, and other government agencies. Here are some key features of IELTS examination. Number 1, accessible and convenient. IELTS test is offered up to 4 to 5 times a month in more than 140 countries. Tests are generally held on Saturdays and Thursdays. To find out test dates in your area, please contact your nearest IELTS test center. Number 2, the international test. IELTS is internationally focused in its content. For example, texts and tasks are sourced from publications from all over the English-speaking world. A range of native speaker accents, North American, Australian, New Zealand, British, etc., are used in the listening test. And all standard varieties of English are accepted in test takers' written and spoken responses. Number 3, the test that's tried and trusted. IELTS has been developed by some of the world's leading experts in language assessment and is supported by an extensive program of research, validation, and test development. Number 4, the level of the test. IELTS is designed to assess English language skills across a wide range of levels. There is no such thing as a pass or fail in IELTS. Results are reported as band scores on a scale from 1, the lowest, to 9, the highest. Here is the IELTS band score indicator. There are 2 modules in IELTS test to choose from: Academic and General Training. IELTS Academic is for test takers wishing to study at undergraduate or postgraduate levels and for those seeking professional registration. IELTS General Training is for test takers wishing to migrate to an English-speaking country, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, UK, USA, and for those wishing to train or study at below degree level. Each organization sets its own entry requirements. In some cases, both academic or general training may be accepted. If you are in doubt as to which to take, you should contact the organization you are applying to in order to check their requirements. You are tested on all 4 language skills: listening, reading, writing, and speaking, unless you have an exemption due to a disability. Everyone takes the same listening and speaking tests. There are different reading and writing tests for IELTS Academic and General Training. The listening, reading, and writing tests must be completed on the same day. There are no breaks between these 3 tests. The speaking test may be taken up to 7 days before or after the other 3 tests. Now, let us understand all 4 tests one by one. Listening test. Listening test takes approximately 30 minutes with 10 minutes of extra time at the end to transfer your answers to the main answer sheet. There are 40 questions in listening test. A variety of question types are used, chosen from the following: multiple choice, matching, plan, map, diagram labeling, form completion, note completion, table completion, flowchart completion, summary completion, sentence completion, short answer questions. There are 4 sections in listening test. Section 1 is a conversation between 2 people set in an everyday social context. Example, a conversation in an accommodation agency. Section 2 is a monologue set in an everyday social context. Example, a speech about local facilities or a talk about the arrangements for meals during a conference. Section 3 is a conversation between up to 4 people set in an educational or training context. Example, a university tutor and a student discussing an assignment, or a group of students planning a research project. Section 4 is a monologue on an academic subject. Example, a university lecture. Each section is played once only, and a variety of voices and native speaker accents are used. In this test, a wide range of listening skills are assessed, including understanding of main ideas, understanding of specific factual information, recognizing opinions, attitudes, and purpose of a speaker, following the development of an argument. Marking of listening test. Each correct answer receives 1 mark. Scores out of 40 are converted to the IELTS 9-band scale as per the chart shown. Reading test. Reading test is for 60 minutes. There are 40 questions in reading test. In this test, a variety of question types are used and are chosen from multiple choice, identifying information, true, false, not given, identifying a writer's views, claims, yes, no, not given, matching information, matching headings, matching features, matching sentence endings, sentence completion, summary completion, note completion, table completion, flowchart completion, diagram label completion, short answer questions. There are 3 sections in reading test. Let's understand academic reading first. In this, each section contains 1 long text. Texts are authentic and are taken from books, journals, magazines, and newspapers. They have been written for a non-specialist audience and are on academic topics of general interest. Texts are appropriate to and accessible to test takers entering undergraduate or postgraduate courses or seeking professional registration. Texts range from the descriptive and factual to the discursive and analytical. Texts may contain nonverbal materials such as diagrams, graphs, or illustrations. If texts contain technical terms, then a simple glossary is provided. Now let's look at general training reading. Section 1 contains 2 or 3 short factual texts, one of which may be composite, consisting of 6 to 8 short texts related by topic. Example, hotel advertisements. Topics are relevant to everyday life in an English-speaking country. Section 2 contains 2 short factual texts focusing on work-related issues. Example, applying for jobs, company policies, pay and conditions, workplace facilities, staff development, and training. Section 3 contains 1 longer, more complex text on a topic of general interest. Texts are authentic and are taken from notices, advertisements, company handbooks, official documents, books, magazines, and newspapers. In this test, wide range of reading skills are assessed, including reading for gist, reading for main ideas, reading for detail, understanding inferences and implied meaning, recognizing writers' opinions, attitudes, and purpose, following the development of an argument. Each correct answer receives 1 mark. Scores out of 40 are converted to the IELTS 9-band scale as per the chart shown. Writing test. Writing test is for 60 minutes. There are 2 tasks in writing test. You are required to write at least 150 words for task 1 and at least 250 words for task 2. Let's understand academic writing test. In task 1, you are presented with a graph, table, chart, or diagram and are asked to describe, summarize, or explain the information in your own words. You may be asked to describe and explain data, describe the stages of a process, how something works, or describe an object or event. In task 2, you are asked to write an essay in response to a point of view, argument, or problem. The issues raised are of general interest to, suitable for, and easily understood by test takers entering undergraduate or postgraduate studies or seeking professional registration. Responses to Task 1 and Task 2 should be written in an academic, semi-formal, neutral style. Over to General Training Writing Test Format. In Task 1, you are presented with a situation and are asked to write a letter requesting information or explaining the situation. The letter may be personal or semi-formal, sharp, neutral in style. In Task 2, you are asked to write an essay in response to a point of view, argument, or problem. The essay can be slightly more personal in style than the academic writing Task 2 essay. Topics are of general interest. In both tasks of writing test, you are assessed on your ability to write a response which is appropriate in terms of content, the organization of ideas, the accuracy and range of vocabulary and grammar. For academic writing in Task 1, depending on the task type, you are assessed on your ability to organize, present, and possibly compare data, to describe the stages of a process or procedure, to describe an object or event or sequence of events, to explain how something works. In Task 2, depending on the task type, you are assessed on your ability to present a solution to a problem, to present and justify an opinion, to compare and contrast evidence, opinions, and implications, to evaluate and challenge ideas, evidence, or an argument. For general training writing in Task 1, depending on the task type, you are assessed on your ability to engage in personal correspondence in order to elicit and provide general factual information, express needs, wants, likes, and dislikes, express opinions, views, complaints, etc. In Task 2, you are assessed on your ability to provide general factual information, to outline a problem and present a solution, to present and possibly justify an opinion, to evaluate and challenge ideas, evidence, or an argument. In writing test, you are assessed on your performance on each task by certificated IELTS examiners according to the IELTS writing test assessment criteria, which depends upon task achievement, response, coherence and cohesion, lexical resource, grammatical range, and accuracy. Remember that Task 2 contributes twice as much as Task 1 to the writing score. Speaking test. Speaking test takes 11 to 14 minutes to complete. Speaking test is divided into 3 parts. Let's understand each part one by one. Part 1. Introduction and interview. In this part, the examiner introduces himself or herself and asks you to introduce yourself and confirm your identity. After which, the examiner asks you general questions on familiar topics, example, home, family, work, studies, and interests. Part 2. Individual long turn. The examiner gives you a task card which asks you to talk about a particular topic and which includes points you can cover in your talk. You are given 1 minute to prepare your talk and are given a pencil and paper to make notes. You talk for 1 to 2 minutes on the topic. The examiner may then ask you 1 or 2 questions on the same topic. Part 3. Two-way discussion. The examiner asks further questions which are connected to the topic of Part 2. These questions give you an opportunity to discuss more abstract issues and ideas. In speaking test, you are assessed on your performance by certified IELTS examiners according to the IELTS speaking test assessment criteria, in which you will be judged based upon 4 main parameters. First, fluency and coherence. Second, lexical resource. Third, grammatical range and accuracy. Fourth, pronunciation. This was a brief description of IELTS test format. Hope you have enjoyed the video and learned the format of IELTS test. To gain more knowledge and information on IELTS test, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.